We're here at the Pepsico Podcast Playground at South by Southwest with a pretty good audience out here. And we want to talk to you, LL. You're kind of, in the music business, hip-hop legend, TV star, movie star, and now you're venturing into the web world. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're doing, especially this thing called Boom Dizzle?
All right, well, first, there are people there. Hello, everybody. What's up? Boom Dizzle kind of started off as an idea, bring artists together from all over the world, give them a place where they could share their music, a place where they could talk about music, a place where they could upload their music, and really focus, and it focused primarily on upcoming artists. But then, as I thought about it, and I thought about myself as an artist and what my dream would be right now, I said to myself, what would it be like if a kid in India, a producer, could make a song with some kid in Kansas City, and they could record online? What would that be like in real time? When we launch, it'll be possible for a kid, in Compton or a kid in South Africa to make a song with a kid in Italy, even though they never met in person, and actually be able to record and create new music online together.
That sounds amazing. I mean, for the people that haven't seen the site yet, can you take us through what it looks like? What would they see once they land on that page?
Well, right now the page is primarily just a social networking aspect of it. So if you go to Boom Dizzle right now, it looks like a site that has a lot of new music uploaded and a lot of new artists that are coming together and just kind of hanging out, and everybody's rating each other's music and stuff like that. But once the studio actually launches, once this idea launches, they're going to see something really cool. I'm going to keep a few things under wraps, but suffice to say, it is pretty exciting, I think, and pretty innovative. I think that, if I was a kid just coming out right now and I had an opportunity to go in my bedroom and record a record, let's say I live in New York and I have an opportunity, I can go upstairs in my bedroom and record a record with a guy who lives in California, and actually record and be able to really do all the things that need to be done in order to make a real great song. I mean, that would be amazing for me. And so that was the whole premise. Me as an artist, I'm an artist first, and it's for fans as well. So, you may be a big fan of somebody and just feel like you and your friends want to, remix their music and redo it and do your thing to it. So it has some simple aspects to it, it has some more complex aspects to it, but ultimately I just wanted to bring the entire world of music together and really just make the recording process flat for the whole world so everybody could have access to the platform and be able to record around the whole globe.
So talk to us a little bit about kind of your personal experience online. What have you been tinkering with, especially when it comes to music? Have you been playing around with anything lately that kind of has sparked your imagination or made you think, well, that would be really interesting to experiment with?
Well, a lot of things spark my imagination. I mean, the internet is full of imagination. It's a very imaginative place. But, for me, I've really been just kind of had my focus has been, on my TV show, and my focus has been on this particular project. I remember a long time ago, the thing that really initially sparked my interest was when I saw Vonage and I saw the things, and you see Skype, the things that are happening, with a lot of these companies online. Those things really moved me and pushed me and got me excited about the concept of us interacting personally online. And then as an artist, I just added that element to it and said, you know what, I have an idea. That's really what sparked it. That's what's sparking my imagination right now. It's really all about Boom Dizzle and the idea that, I can call up, some young producer who, for the first time can call me up and say, L, let's make a record, just give me a shot. And I can say, okay, you be in your room and I'll be in my room at 9 o'clock tonight, and we'll record our, the single. And we can actually just go online and do that. I think that that's an exciting thing. And I think that that's pretty special and pretty unique when you think about it, compared to just the average social networking site or even a gossip site or just a guy that's just talking about other people or even just blogging. I think that there's something special about the idea that we're actually providing a service for fans and artists all over the globe and bringing them together and allowing them to record. And that to me is a pretty, heavy thing. It's really different to me. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it out there. It feels new, and I hope people enjoy it. It helps the world, music.
Well, how do you feel about what's been happening recently online, on the web with music, and do you feel that there is this kind of idea has come through because of the copyright issues and what's going on with piracy and all of that? So what are your thoughts on all of that?
I think that the music has become an interactive experience. I think music is about fans and it's about making great songs. You can't get away with making 2 good songs and the rest of the album is garbage anymore. People will cherry pick the good songs and leave the garbage to rot. And, I think that trying to fight this wave of technology and the uses that people have for this technology is like standing under Niagara Falls and saying, wait, stop flowing, let me explain. It doesn't matter, it's going to keep happening. So when it comes to copyrights, infringements, all those problems will be solved. When it comes to mechanicals and royalties, all those problems will be solved. That'll happen by itself. The bean counters will deal with that. But when it comes to real artists and just real fans and creators of music wanting to do something special, that's where my job, that's where I come in. And I feel like our company, Boom Dizzle, is really going to provide that service. I know that the internet has hurt, hard record sales and hurt the record stores and done a lot of different things in that area, but times always continue to change. It comes with the territory. You know what I mean? They went from prop planes to jet engines. It happens. So you just got to live with it.
What do you personally think, we've gone to the past, the future, but what do you think is the big idea for 2010 for this year?
I would want to believe that there are people in the room, and I can't see everybody in the room, but I believe that there are people in the room that are kind of like saying, wait a minute, that is pretty interesting, that is pretty innovative. The idea that a kid, in Arkansas and a kid in Arizona can go in a room and record a song together and create an album and put it out online and maybe ship it off to iTunes and never even meet and sell 1 million digital downloads. I mean, these are things that are going to happen in the future, and I think that that's a huge idea, because there's a lot of producers out there, there are a lot of musicians, there are a lot of songwriters, there are a lot of just people, there are a lot of fans out there that just haven't had that type of access. They always say to you, oh, how can I record? What do I need to do? Where can I create my music? And yes, we have things where people can do it by themselves in their room, but to connect each other and make it interactive is another level. And I think that's the big idea, in my opinion.
Well, we do have some questions from Twitter that have come in. And Dean Nad wants to know when your next album is coming out, and can you please play New York City soon?
The one thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to do business as usual. I don't want to just make any old record. I want to make a record that's special, that really matters, and that's relevant to the people that want to really hear my music. So just taking my time, but I'm going to make another record.
Do you know when that may be coming up, or are you just kind of experimenting with things? How does that flow go with you? I'm
just marinating.
Okay.
I'm marinating on it. I'm gonna do it. I'm definitely very excited about the idea of doing a new record. Very excited. As some people know, I've been working on NCIS Los Angeles. We're about to finish filming, so we'll see what happens on hiatus.
Cool. And Hertzman wants to know, is it true, does LL really stand for the ladies' love? Is the prefix transferable to geeks attending South by Southwest?
There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of geeks, a lot of geeks just stand on your wallet. You look real cool, baby. Everybody. There's nothing wrong with being a geek. It's okay. I got some inner geek in me. You see, I'm here. You see, I'm at the South by Southwest conference talking about Boom Dizzle. I have some inner geek going on. It's all good. Geeks are people too.
So Nicole Crumbly says that, we kind of touched on this, that if you're making any new music, but she knows that your TV shows are first for you right now, but she can't take today's music anymore. I'm wondering what you think about today's music personally.
No, what I was saying is most of the music that's created out there for that's being played on the radio is primarily for kids from ages maybe 12 to 17 or 12 to 19 maybe. And I think a lot of times when you have people in their late 20s, even mid-30s, or even older, they get a little turned off by the music, but the radio stations are going after a specific market, a lot of them. I think music's in a great place. I mean, you have artists like Maxwell who are doing really, really great, but you don't hear his music on the radio as much, but he sold 1 million records, so if somebody likes it, just a different audience. So, you know, I just think it's a matter of just finding what you like. You know, you have to be willing to get out there and, you know, find what you like. I think that it's not like it used to be. It's not, a hit record isn't just defined by what plays on the radio all day now. Nowadays, a hit record is a record that people love, you know, so it's a different time. But I feel okay about the music out there. I mean, you know, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I don't pretend to like everything, and I don't hate everything.
Paul says, any thoughts you have on better licensing for creating and selling remixes? This kind of ties into Boom Dizzle, but do you have any other ideas in kind of how studios, general public can license music better? How we can kind of approach this in a more in a better way?
Well, I think Boom Dizzle will help with that because obviously people will be able to do remixes on Boom Dizzle. And one of the things you have to remember is that the remixes and the things you'll do on BoomDizzle.com are real time. So this isn't like you go, I go, you go. This is an interactive process where everything happens real time and people will really be able to record together in different countries, different cities. And I think that once you do the remixes through Boom Dizzle, that it will be organized, and the licensing issue and all of those things will be a much easier problem to solve because everything is organized. It's not all over the place. People know the source. They know where the remix was done. People will be able to contact the producers who did the remixes and what have you. So I think it's a matter of a lot of this stuff just getting organized. It's kind of like everything needs to kind of be consolidated again. You know?
Great advice. So we have Boom Dizzle, BoomDizzle.com. Where else can people find you, what you're working on online? I know that you're on Twitter, and any other places? You know what? I'm on Twitter, and you know, I have a lot of fun on Twitter, by the way, because like I find quotes all over the internet. I might find something by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I might find something by, you know, I don't know, Henry David Thoreau, and I'll paste it and I'll send it on the put it on Twitter, and you know, sometimes I'll edit them, and I like to just keep people uplifted. So my Twitter is really an uplifting place where people go to if they want to just read something that's going to uplift them and make them feel good. Other than that, I'm at Boom Dizzle. All right, so that's at LLCoolJ. And thank you so much for sharing Boom Dizzle with us, what you're working on, and we cannot wait until it comes online and we can all jump on it.
Geeks Unite!